So this time there's no trickery. We are in fact reviewing Inuria today. We are in fact going over the menu, and I'm going to be giving you key points of why I use it, why I'm going to continue to use it, and why it might be one of the safest, if not the safest cheat of 2023. And do you want to know what the funny thing is? After hearing what I have to say about Inuria, there's going to be a shitload of people that are not going to want to support Inuria. Just specifically because I think it's good. People are immediately going to assume it's dog shit. I would use it. And that's coming from someone that's considered a money-hungry asshole in this community that only does stuff for money. Inuria didn't pay me. I probably won't get ads on this video. Video ads don't make you shit anyways. At the end of the day, I'm moving sales away from my cheat by saying that this is one of the best, if not the best. It's the fucking best when it comes to green trust right now. And this is the truth, and this is how I feel about Inuria. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn. Let's see why this cheat is doing so well.
Hard drive loaded up, lunch double encoded wood. Zip up all your
The intro of this video is sponsored by Sell Your Skins. If you guys are looking for a fast way to make money off of your in-game skins, make sure to check them out in the first link in the description. Not only are they super user-friendly, they also offer multiple payment methods on checkout, as well as a leveling system to earn you more bonuses the more you sell. They've also sponsored this video to let you guys know that you can use code TABS on checkout to earn a bonus of 3% when you sell your skins. Check them out, first link in the description. All right, so to actually start this out, I know yesterday's video was a little bit of clickbait, but we are going to actually be reviewing Inuria. So we have my config here, which again is available to all members from the 99-cent tier and up. So for just 99 cents, you can join the Discord, get your member role automatically as soon as you join. If you have your YouTube link to your Discord, and you can get and use this config here, which is the ultimate green trust config. The config you don't have to worry about getting red trust with, as long as you can hide your walls or just turn them off if you can't hide them, because there's not a single feature or setting here that you're going to get called out for. And I'll give you a little example of the Aimbot now. There you go. So you can see it is possible to get one taps from my config. My config's set up in a way where once it actually does lock for that first shot, it no longer holds. So it basically is, as long as you can keep your crosshair centered with the person's body when you're shooting after the first shot, you're going to get that kill. And RCS does most of the work for you. Although if you do pull down on your own, you'll get the kill a little bit faster. So this is just clicking. We'll put it at their body. I'm just going to click. But if you do decide to pull down, I get a target that's a little bit closer like this one, you will do just fine with holding that center. Again, not holding at all. As you can see, it does the work, but it's not 100% because the aimbot does stop after the first shot. So let's hop into the config. By the way, the theme is also included with my config if you want your cheat to look just like mine. I'll put it here in the center. So the bottom left with my config, at least we have our radar top right. So it's just in field of view to the point where you can see it. Bottom left, we do have our bomb status and stuff like that. But this is the menu. It is quite dated. I mentioned in another video, I thought it was dog shite. And I do think the menu's kind of lacking a little bit. But you know what? For the green trust factor portion of this, I'm going to say it's okay because they make up for it when it comes to keeping your account safe, when it comes to trust factor and VAC bans. So it is what it is. So in the general aimbot settings here, which will be this tab that we're on, we have our mode. You can change this to on press, auto aim, aim key, and on or and off. Sorry, I do just have this on press, and then the aim key is going to be mouse button 1, which is going to be this button right here. I'm not left-handed; it's just the way the mouse is. That's your left mouse button. We have weapon settings on. Without this on, everything would just follow this setup here. But we do have weapon settings on, meaning that each weapon is changed and configured the way you want it to right here. For hitbox selection on default, you can change it to whatever you want. I have this one on head, even though it doesn't really matter. We have hit scan, FOV, sphere FOV, smoothing type. You have linear, constant, step, and new 1 and new 2, as well as humanize. You have your smoothing percentage, your smoothing factor, and your smoothing time. Randomize smooth, multi-point, ignore jump, non-sticky, stop aim after shot. Your RCS or your recoil control system, you can turn that from off to smooth to new to standalone. We do have this off because each gun is going to be different. Your RCS pitch and yaw. So that's going to be your up and down as well as your left to right. We We have our auto wall, damage, visible, overtime, first shot, etc. We have smoke check, flash check, friendly fire, focus target, no recoil, P silent, and auto shoot. P silent, I must say, does not exist anymore. The menu's probably just not updated. It's only silent for client side. So again, Overwatch is going to see it if you use anything over basically a 0.99 or a 1.0. Generally, if you're going to have P silent on anything other than an op, you're going to usually want to do a 0.9 FOV or a 1.0 FOV with P silent, but you're going to want to have your smoothing factor set to 2. It looks a less snappy, but still snaps, but it looks more humanized. So I do have my config set up. It's a little different for all guns, but we'll look at the AK, for example. In the AK, we have our hitbox set to nearest. Our FOV is at 1.15. Our smooth rate is linear. Our smoothing is set to 1. Our RCS is set to standalone at 75/75. And the reason I'm able to get away with 1 smooth on a 1.15 FOV is because we have non-sticky on, meaning it won't stick to the target, and we also have stop aim after shot, which means once I take my first shot, my aimbot will no longer have control of my firing. So if you want to go for 1 taps, that's much easier to do. You don't have to be directly accurate. You can be off to the right just a little bit, as you can see, but the farther away you go, the more obvious it can look. So if I do it like right here, for example, not hitting. If I do it just a little bit more, there you go. I do it a little here, up. Generally, you're not going to be going for 1 taps, but if you wanted to, you definitely could. But you're going to be spraying most of the time, and with that nearest, generally, you're not going to get a headshot right away, as you can see, if I just hold it. So if you are aiming center body, 90% of the time, you're going to hit center body. But if you are aiming at the head, you're going to hit head most of the time, as you can see. If that makes you a little uncomfortable and you do have good aim, I would suggest just changing hitbox from nearest to upper chest. Upper chest is going to give you neck shots and headshots more often, especially at range when it comes to spraying. But again, it's just locking on for the first shot. So if you are like aiming right at their shoulder and you shoot, you can see it's going to center mass. And that could literally just be a flick. So like, let's say we're turning a corner, we see this guy, we're like, oh shit. Doesn't look that obvious at all. Honestly, I haven't actually been called out. People have been calling out my peaks when I play in prime matches, not how my recoils or like aiming is, I should say. It's just the fact that sometimes, of course, on stream we get a little obvious, but as you can see, it doesn't like snap to the head. As you can see, it's not that crazy. But that's how we have it set up for our weapons. Moving over to the Triggerbot tab, we can see you have to set it up for fucking every weapon. It's a lot, so I would only do this technically if you guys are playing. Just do this for all pistols. I think, if you click on whatever you want to do, if you want to set up for pistols, just hit pistols like that. You can do individual, but if you click that, it'll do all of them at once. Not many people know this. Set up your key, set up the mode. You can do all that stuff, set up how you want to go. So for example, we have mode key presses M4, trigger aim key, weapon settings, hit boxes, hit chance, delay, burst, smoke check, flash check, backtrack, auto stop, and your hit boxes. So that's how Triggerbot works. And of course you hit apply when you're done setting your settings. Moving over to visuals, we do have the style. So you can do top plus bottom. We have box, enemy only, visible, diffuse, distance, health bar, name, rank, weapon, head dot, skeleton, glow, and step. I like head dot just because ESP usually renders in farther than chams, so I like seeing that little bit, but it's not enough to make me look at them through a wall kind of thing. C4 player plus timer, which is down here. We have drop, radar hack, radar. So I don't use radar hack, even though it is completely fine to use it in this cheat. For Green Trust, you can. I prefer normal radar, just like this. I just like the way it looks. It's easier to look at than top left because I can place it wherever I want. For cham styles, we have it on texture, but there are multiple available. We have chams visible only, draw FOV, which if we turn that on, you can see it really isn't that big of an FOV. Draw backtrack, grenade prediction, grenade tracer, bomb info. And then that's going to be this right here. So the other setting we were looking at just enables the C4. You can just change it between player plus timer or just timer down there. And then that's the bomb info panel will show when planted. Sniper only is on for the crosshair, which is a little weird that they don't group them. We have the auto wall crosshair, spectating me, and trace lines. Spectating me is covered by my camera, sadly. And if you go to the second page, we have loot case, bullet tracers, walls, grenade helper key, night scale, fake, angled chams, far ESP, timeout, and HP size. Timeout I would put at 1000. Honestly, it just seems to be the best. I think it's like defaulted like somewhere down here, but 1000 seems to be the best for a long draw distance. So that's what I leave it at. From visuals, going over to MISC, we do have your menu key. So obviously by default, insert. Panic all, F12 will unhook the cheat. Panic visuals, F11, that'll turn the visuals off. You can hit it again to turn them on. Panic ESP is kind of the same thing, but I think like visuals means ESP and chams, as well as maybe night mode, as well as skins, etc. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe ESP is just ESP like boxes, etc. We have rank reveal, enemy info, hit marker, damage indicator, edge jump, bunny hop, auto strafe, legit AA desync, standalone quick stop, Overwatch revealer, auto knife, auto accept, hide watermarker. If you click that top left, you'll see a near CSGO full 4.0, FOV and your model. We have backtrack, the time for backtrack, clan tag changer, custom clan tag here, force region, run boost key, third person key, fake lag, and fake lag amount. We also have humanization calculation, which is really good for your aimbot. So I've not seen many people talk about this, but if I hit this, for example, humanization calculation, aim at the dots, bop, bop, move your crosshair to the circle, start, end, and it's done. You can actually find this calculation in your files, and that helps make the aimbot a little bit more humanized to your movement. So your aimbot will change just a little bit every time you do this, especially if you do it as soon as you start CSGO compared to warming up for a little bit. It will change some of the humanization factors when you are using humanization in your aimbot settings, as you can see in your smoothing. If you click this and go from linear to humanization, you will be using your own custom settings that your mouse has then relayed to the cheat. We have an invite all button, as well as players, skins, colors, and configs. So you'll see stuff like aimbot disabled for the specific terrorist or counter-terrorist, Triggerbot disabled for them, visual, backtrack, fake leg, and resolver. Don't know why this is still used. I don't actually know anybody that does this, but it's there. Skin changer, we got just a default skin changer. So I'm holding an AK right now. We go to AK-47, Aquamarine Revenge, apply. So again, you can do the same with knife and glove. Sadly, there's no operator changer, but it is what it is. You do stat track and seed as well as wear, and that's pretty much it. Over in colors is where you're going to do all your color stuff. Again, I'm giving you guys my theme if you do cop my config by becoming a member, and that basically makes it look like this, because as you guys know, this is not what an area looks like. It looks a little bit more plain and default without this, but you also do all of your stuff here, your combo boxes, your check boxes, your buttons, and as well as all your like enemy info stuff. So if we go up here, all the way to the top, we have all your ESP and cham settings, as well as your crosshair color and all that. Coming down to the last one, we do have config. And as you can see, minus here, you can also do quick savings and make them load by saving them as a default config. And then when the cheat loads, it'll auto load your config. So all in all, Inuria, in my opinion, is, I hate to say it, it's the cheat you're going to want to get until CS2 comes out. You know, I make a living off of selling cheats, and I have a bunch of cheats, you know, that I sell, but dude, we can't keep up with Inuria. I really wish we could, and I know that our coders are trying, because Inuria should be the gold standard when it comes to legit cheats on the market. They definitely take your security seriously. They definitely take the trust factor situation seriously. And I got to be honest, when I hop onto this account, that's a very high rank trust DMG account that I got all the way from nothing to here. I don't even feel comfortable using Midnight on it, even though I know Midnight's regular release build is safe for trust factor. Beta is not. Stay away from beta on Midnight currently, but I know it's safe. And sometimes I feel like I only ever want to inject Inuria on this account. There's not really many cheats that I feel as comfortable with using. Inuria just seems to be where it's at. And I'm going to stand by it and say that if they continue this through CS2, Inuria might just be the only cheat on the market that has the most amount of users with the most trusted community in terms of protection. And it's not even that. What's scary to me is that it's so good, I don't know how it hasn't been caught by Valve yet. Inuria used to have a bad pass with getting detections, like just in general, like every cheat did back in the day. But like, they are a real issue. The green trust with this cheat is ridiculous. The fact that Valve hasn't done anything is very, very surprising, but I have to say to the devs over at Inuria, I am very impressed, and keep doing what you guys are doing, because you guys, in my eyes, are the most trusted cheat to use in 2023 when it comes to CSGO, and I hope to see some fire stuff in CS2.
What?